All right, everybody. Welcome to This Week in Beer Money Live, the show where we dive into the hottest posts on the Beer Money subreddit. We answer your questions, and we talk about what's hot and what's not in the Beer Money world. My name is KJ, better known as Fishering on Reddit, and today is an absolute shit show. It's not true. This is going to be a fun episode. But no, there's a lot of issues, and I know a lot of you watching may have encountered these issues. Some of you might still be encountering these issues, but like today, Comcast had a huge outage. Apparently, like one of the fiber wires was cut. That's what Ox told me, and he is definitely out of it today because of that. Like he tried connecting for a while, but we could not get him back, and there's a good chance I'm going to be doing this whole show by myself. And, I mean, you know, we'll see. Well, not by myself. That's not true. That's not true. I'm not by myself. Let's just talk about that. So, we're without Ox. My internet on my computer right here, it says I'm offline, according to Google Docs. So, we'll make the best of it. So, this week's episode is sponsored by Earnably. Of course, we'll talk more about that later on. And, man, thank you so much to Earnably for sponsoring today's episode. Next week is our week off. You probably know that if you're a regular viewer of the show. So don't be looking for an episode next week. We won't be live, but we'll be live again on July 14th. And then we'll be going through the rest of the season. And we have a lot of special guests. But one of those guests today is Engage Me TV, joining us live a little bit later in the show, right after we get through the current deals, current events, and then the app of the week, of course. So we're going to be talking with Engage Me TV about Engage Me TV, S'mores TV, and, of course, today's episode is titled End of Quarter Discussion. So we're going to be discussing a lot of end of the quarter things, because I know it's around this time, not this time, but in 2 days when the end of the quarter is, which is July 1st. Quarter 2 ends. That's when earnings drop. So we're going to talk with Engage Me TV about that. Why do earnings drop? Basically everything that I'm wondering, you're probably wondering. Maybe you already know the answer, but Engage Me TV will be giving us those answers and answering your questions that you left on the subreddit or send me a message. And of course, as always, you guys can earn beer caps in the chat. If you're watching us live on Twitch, every minute you're in the stream, you'll get yourself one beer cap. Those will be useful again later on in the season. So exclamation my caps, exclamation beer caps for more information. It's really fun. So let's just get into this episode. We're gonna go through it real quick. Not really. I don't know. We'll see. I can't really get a link to this one, but here's some current deals of this week. If you've been to ebay.com today, you probably already know about this one. But if you enter the code PERFECTDAY when you're checking out, you'll get 15% off until midnight tonight Eastern. And that's 15% off that works on just about everything. Just about everything. There's a few exclusions like gift cards, obviously, cash and money. You cannot get a 15% off on that. There is a minimum of $25 that you have to spend to get 15% off, and there's a maximum discount of $100. So that's just something worth mentioning. So if you've been waiting for one of these deals, eBay does these oddly frequently, and I mean it makes sense. They're getting close to the end of the quarter. They're trying to boost their numbers. So right now they're doing one right before the end of the quarter. There's a lot of ways to stack deals so you can get a bigger discount on eBay. You can go through a shopping portal, get yourself maybe 1 to 2% off on that. Buy gift cards through maybe a site like Raise, Gift Card Exchange, anything like that. You'll get yourself a bigger discount because you can stack those. Really, you could also get eBay bucks back as well. So yeah, if you have something that you're looking to buy on eBay, or not on eBay, just something you want to buy, maybe check out eBay today, 15% off. But if you have something that you're like waiting to get a better discount on, eBay does do these semi-frequently. They have been doing them a lot this year. So you might actually be able to get 20% off. They did that earlier this month, I believe, where it's 20% off everything. Maximum discount, I think, was $100. So if you have something that's a really expensive item, like it doesn't really matter what percentage off you'll be getting, because you'll probably max out at $100 regardless. if it's expensive enough. But it's still a great deal, and definitely worth checking that out. So another thing, there's also, I don't have a direct link to this, but I was tipped off to this. Dunkin' Donuts has a promotion with Master Pass. If you load $10 on the Dunkin' Donuts app, you'll get yourself a $5 bonus that adds to the card. And what's interesting about this is that you can do it once every day until August 31st. So you get a Dunkin' Donuts card, load $10, you'll get $15. The next day you log in, load another $10, you'll be at $30. You can just keep doing that until you get the $130 bonus maximum. Except at this point, maybe it's a little less than that. I don't know. But if you're someone who does go to Dunkin' often, you can go for that as well. I won't be doing it because this week, T-Mobile Tuesday will have $2 Dunkin' Donut promo cards for everyone who is a T-Mobile customer. I noticed someone actually asked me last week, what is T-Mobile Tuesdays? Like, you keep talking about it on the podcast. T-Mobile Tuesdays, if you're a T-Mobile customer, download the T-Mobile Tuesdays app on your smartphone, and you'll get yourself free stuff each week. We've noticed things getting worse with this program. I'm not even a T-Mobile customer, but I keep track of it because sometimes there's things that they have and I want them, so I buy them. And I haven't bought Dunkin' Donuts for a while because I currently have way too much Dunkin' Donuts gift cards on my account, and I do not use it fast enough, and I have so much Dunkin' Donuts right now. But yeah, that's this week. You'll get yourself a $2 Dunkin' Donuts. Also, $5 off a movie ticket with no fees from Adam. Adam's been on T-Mobile Tuesdays for probably a little over a year now. And also, you get a 1-year subscription to Bon Appetit digital subscription. Really not a terrible week because of the Dunkin' Donuts, but the two other things other than Dunkin' Donuts are kind of worthless, in my opinion. I mean, I personally have Movie Pass. I don't even have T-Mobile, so this doesn't apply to me anyways. But $2 Dunkin' Donuts cards. If you are a T-Mobile customer, on Tuesday at about 4 a.m., I'll be making a post on Tuesday in a couple days. I don't know. I might buy more this week. I don't know. If I don't buy more, I'm pretty sure someone will be buying more. You probably get 50 cents to $1 for each code you get. Some people found a way of getting multiple codes. Probably going to want to look into that if you're interested. And I think it's in line of what T-Mobile allows with adding multiple numbers. I don't know. But I don't know how people get so many codes sometimes. So that is it for T-Mobile Tuesdays. And Dunkin' Donuts, they have 2 promos this week. So yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I'm really hoping that T-Mobile comes back with Papa John's. If you remember last summer, if you were a T-Mobile customer, you probably remember this. They had free medium pizzas, and I bought so many of those. That was a really fun few weeks for me because I got a lot of pizza from Papa John's. So if they come back with that, I mean, happiness for everyone. Even Daniel, the tech guy. Let's move on. I miss Ox. It's so hot out today. There's nothing to do with it. We're inside. But it's hot out today. And the internet's out. Looks like I'm online again. Let's get into current events from the subreddit this week. If you may have noticed on the subreddit this morning, I made a post about this podcast. Is it going to load? We'll see. If not, I can just talk about it, but I could also switch my connection. I don't know if that'll make a difference. This week there were 2 pinned posts on the subreddit. Both of them are pretty interesting, so let's talk about them. The first one I'm trying to load up here is the $100 opt-in coin giveaway from Earn Honey. I don't think it's going to load. I'm going to try, using a different Wi-Fi. So they started this giveaway. This was Earn Honey. And I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense. They're trying to promote opt-in coin. But they're really trying pretty hard to get people to start using and enjoying these opt-in coins. I don't know if it's going to work, but... Oh, here we go. Load. Hello, everyone. This was posted by Threw It to Ground. So basically, if you just comment, you can enter to win. Like, at least it doesn't require that much involvement, right? So if you can earn cryptocurrency, I don't know. That's cool. So tons of reward sites. I think what's interesting here is that at the bottom, yeah. So they have a $150,000 bounty program. This is interesting. So, yeah, so this is, I don't know how I feel about this, but they're doing a very massive campaign to get people to use this. So I guess the one part, I'm a huge Redditor, so this was a little bit interesting to me. And I'm not even sure if this goes with Reddit's terms. So Reddit campaign, you must join our Reddit channel. It's just their subreddit. Your Reddit account should be at least 1 month old and have at least 2 posts and 20 karmas. And then you have to make 5 comments and posts about Optin Coin each week. I don't know how, is that even like okay? I mean, I post about the podcast and people get mad. Imagine this. So you have to post, this is what I don't like. You have to make the posts on these 3 subreddits. Like, this is like shilling, but you're getting paid like to the max. So this is the funniest part. Posts and comments with negative karma will not be accepted. Literally, if you make a post about this, because they're basically asking you to actually spam. That's what I'm getting out of this. They want you to make comments. It's basically spamming, like, join this site and get referral bonuses. It's basically what this is. So, I don't know. I don't see many of the comments on Reddit even getting non-negative karma. What is that sound? Oh my god, that's scary. And then the Facebook campaign, I don't know. They're trying hard. I mean, good luck to them. That's a pretty big bounty. I didn't even look at the comments, but I don't know. So that's what Optin Coin's doing. Then there's a lot of comments here. Let's move on. So the next thing today, this is from today. So Fortnite is a paid survey site. They are doing an AMA today. You probably saw the post if you've been on the subreddit at all today. So just for Beermoney, we're giving you guys a special offer. To qualify for it, please sign up through the link below. I haven't signed up yet. I'm going to do that later. But it's an easy $5 bonus to your Forthright account. I mean, it's cool. They're doing an AMA. Looks like there's also quite a few comments. So, yeah. I mean, Forthright, I haven't used it. If Ox was here, he could talk about it. I know he was going to also, but we don't have Ox, so I don't really have anything to say about this. But they're looking for thoughts on the site. I know Ox does like it. It seems like a good survey site comparing to some of the other ones. You okay, Daniel?
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. Oh my gosh. This also happens. Earn Honey is getting a lot of press. One of Beermoney's own featured in Cryptico News. That was a struggle. Some press interviewed Earn Honey's co-founder. He goes into what's next for the company and what it means to user payouts. And then, classic. It's always so suspicious to see a bunch of upvotes on this sub and no comments. Interesting. I mean, there was vote manipulation in the past, but I don't think this is one. So I haven't even looked at this article yet. So Optin Coin is creating a blockchain to help users sell their own data safely and anonymously? Is that actually what it is? That's not what I was getting out of it, even after talking with Michael a couple weeks ago. But Is the post not loading or... Oh, it's a video. Classic. Do we want to... I don't even know. Do I want to watch this video? Will it load? That's the first question. I won't be able to hear it, but I think the stream will. Alright, we're going to sit through this video. I can't hear it, though, so I can't even comment on it. Maybe not the whole video, but some of it.
My name is Michael Sheng. I'm the CTO of Opt-in.
Holy quality.
If anybody wants to share their data anonymously, advertisers will pay for that information. We are an advertising service platform. We allow companies to, big and small, to share their data with all the brand advertisers. So instead of only having the top 100 websites with the direct sales, we actually have 100,000 websites that are participating. We collect data anonymously. You can see, like CNN or some other websites, what's the true engagement, who scrolled over what, or what are people interacting with, and that provides a much richer data set for advertisers. It's a freemium model. Advertisers can use that data and make their own purchases, or they can purchase through our platform. We take a 5% commission cut, and we spread that back to the users. We have 500,000 users today who registered and signed up. They're collecting these tokens already. Right now, we're exchanging the tokens on our own website. But in the future, we plan on having our own blockchain that will do the transactions. But for right now, it's an ERC20 token.
Wow, that was a great video. I'm happy I watched that. Could you hear it, Daniel?
I could.
Was it good?
It was pretty much just him discussing how he wants the users to be able to sell their data and kind of control it instead. And they get some of that money back.
Someone in chat said that the sound effect was funny.
At the end, it made a right there when it made it.
I wish I could hear the video. I need to get there. All right, so Opt-in Coin. I'm of all the things in Beermoney, this is the one I'm most interested in seeing where it goes. I know that they're trying really hard. They're trying to get people here. So, I mean, they're actually allowing, I think they're giving away 10 Opt-in Coins to everyone to your Ethereum address. For everyone who basically just signs up, you give your address, and I think they'll I cannot talk today. This is really bad. They give you 10 Opt-in Coins, I think, for giving them your Ethereum address. I don't think they made a mistake because they didn't confirm that people were going to give them their Coinbase address. Because if you sign up for that airdrop and you give them a Coinbase address, you're not going to get any of the Ethereum tokens, and you're not going to get anything. Like, Coinbase doesn't support ERC20 coin tokens, which I can't say for sure, but which I think that's what that is. In fact, Coinbase doesn't support any tokens. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to give them their Coinbase, and they're going to be like, oh, well, we just destroyed a ton of Ethereum opt-in coin. We'll see how that goes, but you can use like myotherwallet.com. Make sure you're on the right one. They're really big on security. That's a free 10 opt-in. I don't know if they're still offering it, but that was like a week ago. So I'm pretty interested in seeing where opt-in coin goes. I don't know if I'm going to say go opt-in coin, hold forever, but I'm interested in seeing where it goes. And I like that they're trying to be innovative in this Beermoney industry. All right, let's move on. We have two more, and then we need to get to the good stuff. We have one more. One more post for the day. Okay, so this last one, I thought this was a fun post. I thought it was cool. Lucky Day actually paid me. I wanted to talk about this with Ox too, but he's not here. So the iPhone app called Lucky Day has been a sketchy thing for me for a while. I was always skeptical if I'd ever get any reward. After 3 months of playing on and off, I accumulated enough tokens to get a $5 iTunes gift card. that's just kind of funny. That's like just beer money things. 3 months for an iTunes gift card. Sure enough, it worked. I got the email immediately with the code. Now I'm waiting until I get the remaining $2 I need in game to see if I actually get the $10 payout for PayPal. So this guy did post proof. Take a look at the proof. Why not? So I mean, that's pretty cool. I use Lucky Day for like a few days, and I'm like, nah, not my lucky day. Yeah, see, $5. 3 months for $5. Ooh, it is a luck game. It is rigged. Don't be shocked about that. But I guess it's kind of cool every now and then to see someone getting paid for something that's a luck thing. Like, I wish every time someone won, like, a sweepstakes, like, for example, a perk sweepstakes, if you win any of these things, can you just make a post on the subreddit? Just to, like, give other people confidence that there are winners. There's so many people who view the subreddit, and I'm sure some of them win. And sometimes they do come out. They're like, hey, I did win. I won this thing. And they never boast about it. Like, can this become, like, a thing? And it's just, like, referral codes. I wanted to touch on this and Lucky Day with Lucktastic. Because I know Lucktastic is another one that is kind of like Lucky Day. But I argued for a long time that it's still worth it. Because you can do one scratch card a day and you'll get a daily bonus. And then you can cash out the daily bonus instantly for gift cards. Like, it's a less than a minute a day. And then after, I don't even know how many days it is now because they nerfed it. But you just get a free gift card for $25 every month, maybe. So that's 30 minutes for $25. It takes 30 days, but still, like. And then back in the day, Lucktastic used to be great. They'd have like $1 scratch cards, which I know $1 isn't a lot, but it was a lot nicer when Lucktastic had those low value scratch cards, because then you'd actually have a chance of winning. So, for example, instead of having one winner of a $1,000 scratch card, you'd have 1,000 winners of a $1 scratch card. They got rid of the $1 scratch card. I want them to bring it back. Like, that was actually a good thing. But now if you're going to do that, I recommend, if you're just doing it for, like, the free gift card, you're not trying to, like, actually win anything, which is unlikely that you'll win. Do you like the 25 token scratch card or the 50 token scratch card? Your odds of winning that are typically decently good. And then, I could talk about how Lucktastic does the RNG of Lucktastic, but I'm not going to talk about that. It's random. You can actually read the terms of the sweepstakes, and I think it links to it on every single card. So, it's not a scam, but your odds of winning are low because they have over 1 million downloads just on Android. So your odds are not stacked in your favor. So, we're only like 30 minutes into this episode. If you're new to the show, each week we like to talk. Nope, that's not. I'm going to start over. If you're new to the show, each week we like to feature an app of the week, which is an app that we have found that has never been featured on the Beermoney subreddit before. So we will take a look at the app. This week it's just me taking a look at the app. We'll check the app out and we'll give you our thoughts. And it's up to you if you think it's worth downloading or not. This week's app of the week is SurveyMonkey Rewards. I'm actually going to go on Google, because this app of the week, this is actually a pretty good app of the week. It was actually suggested by GoldenEye0242 on Reddit. Much appreciation for that submission. So I have it on my phone. Daniel, I'm going to try doing a screen mirror right now. Just kidding, my Wi-Fi's off. But it says I'm connected. We are trying to get it. We only had this work once, where my screen could actually be shown to you guys. But it connected. Do you see it, Daniel?
Yes.
Is it actually going to work?
I don't know. Do something.
We tested this right before the show and it didn't work. Well, see if you can get it to work, but let's take a look at the site. So SurveyMonkey Rewards. Most of you viewing probably know what SurveyMonkey is. SurveyMonkey is a site that allows you to do surveys for people and make your own surveys. My internet isn't working, so the site isn't loading. It loaded. You want to try and... All right. So you can get rewarded for your opinions with SurveyMonkey rewards. The site is really nice. It's not loading, but still, the site is really nice. Get rewarded for your opinions. Take short surveys and get rewards. It's that easy. Earn gift cards or donate. Is it working? Yeah. Thanks, Daniel. SurveyMonkey matches donations. So that's nice. I like that they allow you to donate your earnings. A lot of sites seem to be leaving out that feature. So it's nice to see that. So with this, you can take short surveys. This is what I think a lot of people nice. Answer surveys in 5 minutes or less. 5 minutes. Sorry for shouting. It's really exciting. Gets me excited. You can earn gift cards. Each survey is usually about 25 cents. But they're 5-minute surveys. This is great, okay? So you can cash out to gift cards at $5 minimum or donate, of course. Choose from a lot of great charities. SurveyMonkey matches your rewards if you choose to donate. We've donated over $11 million to charity. SurveyMonkey Rewards is new. They have not donated $11 million from this app alone. I think that's in total. I don't believe that they could possibly donate that much already. This app has only been out for maybe a month now. Here's some FAQs. You can just read them. Pause the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, just pause. I don't care to read these out. So this is SurveyMonkey Rewards. I actually have my phone working, so you guys can see what's on my screen. So it's a really simple app. It looks nice too. So right now you can pick your gift cards. You can donate. We'll match 100% of donations. You can get an Amazon gift card. It's totally up to you which one you want to do. You change it at any time, like I was just gonna do. It stopped working. Why are you showing me it? Oh, is it frozen?
Yeah.
You guys can see the frozen part of the screen. Perfect. But I'll just go through the app so you guys can...
Oh.
Is it working?
Yeah.
I'll just keep going through this. Do they have a referral program, Dunk Chosby? I don't think they do. No, they don't. The app is really popular, though. So as you guys can see, maybe, I have $2.50 in my account, and I have a survey available for 25 cents. For the best live demonstration ever, I'm going to do this survey right here, right now. So the survey is loading. I'm going to narrate the situation, guys, in case you guys can't see it. The survey is loading. I barely have internet right now. Like, internet is always an issue, it seems. Minimum cash out is $5. I believe it's instant, but I haven't hit that yet. Yeah, the survey isn't loading. Great. Of course, I'm going to do a live demonstration. It just doesn't work. Actually, the whole app isn't working right now. Wait. All right, going to give this one more try, and we're going to move on. While we wait, I'm just reading chat. If you move out different states, can you change your Swagbucks address and PayPal address? Yes. You'll just want to go to settings for both of those things. I know for sure with Swagbucks you can change your name if you want to. You can even change your email address, I think. And then PayPal you can change your address easily. All right. As much as I enjoy watching this monkey, that's a banana. This banana jump around. I think we're going to have to move on. But really, the surveys are super short. Very, very low chance of getting disqualified from them. Like, if you don't have this app, get it. It's such a great app. I recommend it 100%. I'm sure if Ox was here, he'd say the same. Except I don't think he has this yet because half the time I tell him about apps live on the show. So we're done with that. We are going to take a short break in a moment. And then when we are back, we will be joined live with Engage Me TV himself. It's going to be great. We have a lot to talk about and your questions. So we will be right back with that right after this commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Stay where you are. All right, today's episode is sponsored by Earnably. Earnably, as you already probably know, is the site where you can complete offers, watch videos, complete tasks, make calls, do whatever you need to do to make money online. They sponsored the episode several times in the past, so if this is your first episode, Earnably is nothing new to the show, and you can sign up for Earnably. We actually have a special link, earnably.com/TWIB. That's This Week in Beer Money TWIB, earnably.com/TWIB, and you can sign up, and for 1 week after you sign up under that link, you can enter a promo code, which is our special promo code. Only you can do it or enter it. Enter TWIB at the promo codes page, and you'll earn yourself a 10% bonus for the next week that you're signed up. So it's a really great site. You can get PayPal, gift cards, cryptocurrency, and the best part is once you use the site enough, it's all instant. So you don't even have to wait. You'll get paid the same day, the same moment as you hit that cash out button, and it's really nice getting that instant payday instead of having to wait these 24 to 48 hours to get paid. Not with Earnably. No. Instant. So another thing that is great about Earnably, and it actually has a lot to do with our show today, is that with Earnably, you can Earnably is always known for having some of the best rates for Engage Me TV and S'mores TV, which of course we're going to talk with right after this with Engage Me TV. And this week they introduced their first actually content creator for S'mores, which is Jason Emile, which allows you guys to earn an additional 10% bonus if you watch his videos through the Engage Me TV S'mores channel of AdSense Media. So you can stack that also. If you just sign up today, you can stack that bonus. So you get 10% bonus on the 10% bonus. It's great, okay? That'll definitely hit probably a record high of high payouts for that. So that's Earnably. Definitely sign up, earnably.com/TWIB, and then enter TWIB for that bonus. Also, once again, just every once in a while I like to do this, just to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I can't believe we are already halfway through the season, and we have just today's our last show, and then we're taking a 1 week break, and then we'll be back. But I do want to say a special thank you to everyone who has supported the show with subscriptions, including all of you who have Amazon Prime and have used that Twitch Prime sub for free every month. It's greatly appreciated. And everyone who has made personal donations to the show, it really helps a lot to keep this show going. And it makes Daniel the Tech Guy less hungry because he's not starving because he has money for food. So if you have a Twitch Prime sub, feel free to sub. If you don't want to sub, that's cool. I don't really care. But yeah, Twitch Prime, it's an option. And you can watch ads for bits. Just good to know. And now we are going to get back on with the show with Engage Me TV. Stay tuned right now. Go. All right, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed that break. I put a lot of effort into it. And we are back with Engage Me TV. How are you doing, Engage Me TV?
Pretty good. You can actually call me Faison.
Faison?
Can you hear me okay?
Did you say your name is... Yeah, it's internet issues. Is it Faison?
Yeah, Faison. You got it right the first time.
Faison. Nice. That was actually the first question I had.
Yeah?
So, yeah. There we go. Going ahead of me here. Thanks for coming on our show today and at a special time. Glad we can get it to work.
Absolutely. Glad to be on the show.
So, yeah. So, just because some people who are watching this might be living under a rock, could you, for those who aren't aware of what Engage Me TV is, or AdSense Media in general, the offer wall, could you just explain to everyone what it is so we're all on the same page?
Absolutely. So I'm the co-founder of AdSense Media, and that's the actual parent company. What we've built is essentially a large rewarded ad platform. And by that, I mean, we've created a system where transactions can go in and out of our platform and through different publisher sites and apps. And in exchange for completing offers on various sites and apps, we facilitate, the transaction from serving the ad to tracking it to crediting it to the user. And about 2 years ago, we started looking at operating our own video sites and apps, and we created EngageMe TV. And EngageMe TV is unlike any other watch video site, because what we've done is we've partnered with as many of our publishers as we can, who gain access to the ability to send their users to EngageMe TV, watch, and earn rewards in our publisher's currency. And so, for example, we work with typical GPT type sites that most people would be aware of, but we also work with a lot of gaming platforms where users participate by taking surveys or watching videos, and then getting those credits and rewards redeemable for some in-game type of currency.
Okay, that's a really good description. You said a couple things I'm going to touch on in a little bit. So, this is something this is like my burning question for you, because you mentioned this on Reddit in the past. Have you done any Beermoney type things yourself? And actually, I'm going to broaden that question a little more.
Yeah.
Could you just talk about like your whole experience with Beermoney? Because I know you have a lot. Like, could you just go through like your own history? Because I know you have a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started very young. It was around maybe 14, and this was in 2005 or so. And I had found a bunch of ads where you could get a free iPod, or you could get a free TV, Louis Vuitton bag, or whatever it might be. They were kind of littered all over the internet. I think everyone largely thought that they were a scam, and they did seem kind of scammy. But I started taking a closer look, and I realized, it's actually not a scam. You sign up, and it was an older model back then. It's something we don't really see often now, but it was basically a model where if you refer 5 friends who sign up, free trial to Blockbuster, which again is a very old name, or Netflix, or Video Professor, which was a really popular GPT type offer years ago, then you get like a credit. And if you have 5 people do the same thing and you do it yourself, you get an iPod. So it was a pretty cool deal. And so I started getting, friends to sign up, people on the internet to sign up, and essentially brokering like different deals where, let's say I would pay somebody $20 to sign up under me, and then I would get 40 back out of that somehow. And that's how I started off, really doing pretty well in Beermoney. From there, I was a user who sent a lot of referrals to a lot of different sites, none of which exist anymore. Again, it's a very old model. And then moved on to starting my own site. And so at 17, I started macrobucks.com, and we did largely the same thing. We just kind of switched positions and started running Macrobucks so that, users would sign up with us, they would refer their friends, and then we ship out gifts. And so, in that time, we shipped out a little bit over, in 2 years, we shipped out a little bit over $750,000 worth of gifts. It was all kinds of stuff like iPods, PayPal, or even other random things. And then, at 19, we decided to go more into content, and, kind of shied away from rewards for a few years, but it was still very rewarded. We were basically partnering with content creators who had premium content, like, music that they charge 99 cents for an iTunes, or a PDF, like a premium PDF describing something. And we would help them monetize in a way that users would complete like an offer that we would find, like a newsletter. And then once they did that, they would gain access to the content. So it was rewarded, but it wasn't really, get paid to. And then in 2014, we found ourselves back in rewarded specifically with the offer wall. So I have a fairly extensive history in Beermoney, completing offers myself as a kid, and then, starting a few different companies and a few different types of business models in the rewarded industry.
Wow, that's really good. I did not know you did so much. And especially you said you started when you were 14?
Yeah, I was pretty much, I was like right around 14. And I think at the time I might have told everyone I was a little bit older than I was. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I did that too when I was 12.
Right.
I'm 13, don't worry. Don't even check my ID. So, I guess one thing you said was that you had like a thing where you'd complete an offer and then you get an iPod. And I think I see those from time to time too. Like I go on an offer wall and then it'd say, you get a small bonus, like maybe 50 cents for doing this, and it's like you'll get yourself, we'll say an iPhone if you just complete the survey, and you'll get an iPhone. And it's
Right.
usually like your name, address, all that information. And then at the end, it'll have like offers, like complete one silver offer, one gold offer, and one platinum offer. And I'm always like, no way. Like, first of all, you should probably give me my 50 cents by now. I definitely completed enough of the survey.
Right.
And then second of all, if I were to do those like platinum offers, would I actually get an iPhone? Do you know like those types of offers yourself?
Yeah, so we actually know the companies very closely that own at least some of the biggest offers that are like that. So when we ran our model, it was very different. We were involved with, the Beermoney community, which didn't exist on Reddit back then. And it was very basic model. It was like you sign up, there's no, we're not trying to trick anyone into doing anything. We're not trying to get them to spend a lot of money. We're just trying to get them to try out a very popular service like Blockbuster and Netflix. Those were really kind of the two big ones at the time. And back in the day, those offers pay out, anywhere from $60 to $70. So it was more than enough to refer 5 friends and then get an actual iPod. Nowadays, what you see what you're talking about, I don't want to call them a scam or not a scam. I don't really necessarily know, but I do think they're not very good deals and that they don't really reflect, the beer money industry well, because they do come off as being a little bit scammy, even if they may not be.
Yeah, you log on there, you're like, it's like the equivalent of having an ad pop up that says you're the 1 millionth viewer. Here's your free iPod.
Right.
Except
And
in Beer Money
that
form.
type of thing is just, it's not cool. If you're in beer money, you look at it and you roll your eyes. Most part, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
Yeah.
So that's a really good history. I mean, that's probably the best response I've ever gotten for asking that question. But I knew that before, that you've had a lot of experience, and obviously what you do is you have to be in that. So let's talk about it a little later, but for now, so recently, I don't even know how recently, like a few months ago, you released a new site called s'mores.tv. What is the main difference, would you say, that you're trying to make with, like, what's the difference between S'mores TV and Engage Me TV? What are you going for with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So from the outset of going into engagement, we didn't know how to control, let's say, streaming cost and bandwidth cost, and how do we work with all the ad partners in video, working with a lot more brands all of a sudden. And so we spent the nearly 2 years, I'd say year and a half, it's been about 2 years now, about a year and a half just getting the model done. Whether that was, how do you deal with fraud, or how do you control the cost to make sure that it works for everybody. And once we got that down, that's when we started thinking about what do we really want to get out of video, and where do we think we can drive the most value for everybody, whether that's users, advertisers, or site partners. And again, with S'mores, we're really honing in on content creators. And so I think the difference on S'mores, and a lot of that functionality is now there. So I'm glad we had this now rather than, let's say, a month or 2 months ago. But users are able to engage with creators. They're able to like, react, subscribe as a basic way to engage with creators today. And we're adding a lot more engagement features. And we're going to be onboarding a large number of creators that are very interested and receiving additional distribution for their content and getting it in front of new eyeballs and talking to people. And they're really liking the rewarded model in general. So when we look at S'mores TV, we think it's like Engage Me TV in the sense that users earn rewards for watching videos, but it's a lot more complex than that. What we really want to do is build something where users are also finding really awesome content, the same kind of content that they would find on YouTube, and making it a very enjoyable experience. And I think over the next few months, as we release a lot of new features, it'll start to make a little bit more sense in terms of what we're doing. So, as a foundation, users will continue to be able to earn on S'mores or ETV, watching videos and redeeming it wherever they want. We're going to add some really cool functionality where, let's say you really like a YouTube creator and they've got some behind the scenes content. they might charge 20 s'mores points or something for that. So we're going to facilitate those types of transactions as well, where you can buy merchandise from, like custom merchandise from a creator that you, or some you can donate to them. And so we're adding a lot of functionality that's really going to mix and broaden the audience. And Engage Me TV will largely stay the same, because we're still obviously supporting the existing model of rewarding users for watching videos. We're just making it better, I like to think.
Okay. I really like that. Like, I guess I can totally agree with that, where I already can say I definitely prefer S'mores TV over Engage Me TV for a lot of reasons. And one of them is, well, you recently introduced your very first content creator. I'm actually going to pull up the post.
Cool.
So your first content creator's name was Jonathan Emile, I think. I don't know if I'm botching that.
It's
So here's the
Jonathan
post.
Emily.
Emily, okay. So he's from Montreal, Quebec. He's a rapper, singer, producer, activist, and a cancer survivor. In October 2015, Emily, I already forgot how you said it. Emile?
Emily, I
Emily?
guess is, yep.
Oh my gosh, I messed
I
up
also
again.
get lost
Emily.
a little bit, so.
The spelling.
Yeah.
He released his first studio album, The Lover, The Fighter Document LP, which incorporates elements of reggae, jazz, R&B, and electropop. The independent album features collaborations with Kendrick Lamar. Wow, really? I just read through that. Like, I did not realize Kendrick Lamar, Murs, and Buckshot. I actually see, this was really exciting. Like, I read this, and here we'll actually go to his channel. I don't know if you can see my screen right now. I know Stream can, but
Yeah, I can't.
So
but
here's his channel.
I've got the Twitch feed actually, so that I can look.
Okay.
So I'm seeing it now.
it's probably a 3-second delay or so. So he has been a channel not for too long. Like, you announced it only a couple days ago. But he already has almost 100,000 views on S'mores TV. And I watched several of his videos, and I'm like, see, this is like, I actually really like this. I'm getting notifications for Cash Show right now. And really, like, I enjoyed sitting through and watching this content. And it kind of like lit a fire under my ass, because like 3 months ago when you announced S'mores TV, I was like, yes, I want to be a content creator. This is awesome. And here I am. I have yet to make anything. I feel bad.
Well, you're making a lot of content right now. Awesome content. And,
That's true.
We'd love to have it on S'mores.
This podcast, I don't know. This is not the kind of content I had in mind, but
Fair enough.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, and the cool thing
So-
about Jonathan too, just to add, is he's been with us for a very. So I've been working with him for a very long time. So I've actually known him. Some of the videos and some of the songs that that he's created, I've actually funded them myself, and so it was a natural fit to bring him on.
Oh.
And he does have a really cool Kendrick Lamar song that we did that we actually did together back in 2011, before anybody really knew him. I actually said what's up to the guy, and I was tired, and I walked away, not knowing that 7 years later he'd be one of the biggest names in hip hop. So it's pretty cool to have a track with him on before he signed on to his record label.
That's really awesome. It's really awesome. I'm just looking at a note here. Don't forget to turn up the quality. All creators will be available in 1080p quality if available. Is that like one of the things that you can do to like boost ads? Because I know volume is one, screen size is one. Is quality, does that make a difference?
So quality doesn't make a difference in terms of earnings. Quality is just letting everybody know that up until now we've been licensing content from, let's say, Billboard, and it's good content, but it's oftentimes regurgitated content that you might see elsewhere as well. And we love having people come watch it with us, of course, but we show it in standard definition. We haven't really had seen a reason to show it in something but standard definition. And as we're working with content creators and getting feedback from them, I think one of the big points that they wanted was to make sure that if they're bringing their fans to S'mores, that they're going to be able to serve them HD quality videos. And then we got to thinking, and we decided we should always make the option for one of our own creators that signs up with S'mores to actually show their videos in whatever quality they'd like, up to 1080p today. So, that's the main reason, as we're kind of broadening the audience.
Yeah, I really like that you can go up to 1080p. I mean, I don't really think about quality sometimes, but 1080p, like, that's full HD. So I'm happy to see S'mores supports that now. So another thing here that I see, people, actually, this is still until tomorrow, isn't it? Through Saturday, 12 p.m. Central, users that go through the offer wall link will earn a 10% bonus on Jonathan Emily's channel only. This is only available on S'mores TV. I know a lot of people I see people like on the ticker of these sites, they're not doing that boosted offer. You guys go, if you're on Earnably or any other site that has S'mores, like 10% bonus until tomorrow. So that's a pretty nice bonus. Happy to see that.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing
tomorrow.
a lot of these. We've got many creators lined up. And so with most of the creators that we're bringing on now, we're going to be doing, promos of 10% bonuses for, let's say, anywhere from 2 to 5 days each time.
That's really good. Like, I really like that. I really like what you're doing here, especially because, like, finally I'm getting new content on S'mores TV that I'm actually really excited to, like, sit down and watch. Like, I was listening to his songs, his uploads for almost an hour while I was just kind of, like, waking up a couple days ago when you first announced this. So I really like where you're going with that. Very excited.
And that's what we're hoping to hear too, right? Which is people want to come here and watch this content that we're helping them discover creators, but also watch the ones that they already enjoy. So we've also got so many creators lined up that I think various people will be familiar with, and that'll really help too, because then you get a decision to watch it on S'mores, or let's say you can watch it on a platform where you're not getting rewarded for watching it.
Right. So yeah, I'm sure S'mores TV is gonna go a long way, but I do have a couple questions.
Absolutely.
This is from not too long ago, but I do remember this, and I'm just curious what happened with it. So last year, or maybe earlier this year, you released Loot Up TV, I believe, and I forget the other one. Was it Stack.tv or Stack TV?
Right, Loot Up.
Whatever happened to those?
Yeah, so we first started doing that, I think, in, let's say, late 2017, after having conversations with some of our ad partners, really suggesting we start splitting out, the types of rewards that people are earning by site, and then, we can get in front of advertisers in a different way. So, Loot Up was meant to be the gaming site, where, we're going to allow people to redeem for in-game rewards, whereas Engage Me TV would remain facing more of a general audience, with a real focus really on GPT. And then Stack was largely supposed to be like S'mores, but we ended up deciding to rename it and also rebuild the platform completely. So it didn't end up, it ended up being way too much work to maintain 3 different sites that all function roughly the same. Like, for example, if we wanted to put out a new content channel, we would do it for 3 different sites all of a sudden rather than just one. And we didn't end up seeing any kind of benefit. So that's when we decided to consolidate it all back down into Engage Me TV. So we had it consolidated out for about 2 months. So we went back down, and then we started working more heavily on S'mores TV as we have it today, which really is its own beast and animal compared to Engage Me TV. They have completely different features and functionalities outside of the foundational one of earning rewards.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, there is a big difference between Engage Me TV and S'mores. So I want to ask this one question from the chat from Dunk Chosby.
Sure.
I feel like this is worth mentioning. So they said, for some reason S'mores doesn't work as well for me, but compared to regular Engage Me TV, any ideas why? I run them the same way on the same machine. Do you know? I don't know, because I know for some people, they'll say S'mores TV runs so much better than Engage Me TV, and someone will say, no, you're silly. Engage Me TV is the better one. Like,
Right.
is there like any rhyme or reason to like why this is?
You know what? So the Engage Me TV domain is definitely, we had a little bit of a fiasco ago, and it's been impacted a little bit. So while we undid, let's say 95% of some of the damage done to the domain, still a little bit remaining. So in that case, there can be cases where there's less rewards available compared to S'mores. But then, when I think about it, I've seen so many people say, all right, well, Engage Me TV works great for me, and S'mores doesn't. That's when I start to think, gosh, it's got to just be random, right? It has to be some kind of advertiser targeting. And, the ad systems are so complex these days that for the most part, nobody can answer why an ad decided to show up in a particular place, let's say on a particular site over another site. It's just, I don't think we have the insight, and I think it's just become such a large platform in terms of ad tech and how transparent it is that the transactions happen as they do.
Okay, so just to move on a little bit from this, I just want to bring up something a little bit different. And this is something, I think I asked you this a long time ago and you gave me an answer. So this is just like a hypothetical situation. So you guys have the platform, which is Engage Me TV and S'mores. And I know a while ago you said this, that you want to have the middleman GPT so that they can send all the payments out. Voice crack. Why do you not, or is there like a chance that you'd ever make your own site so someone could sign up on s'mores.tv, earn S'mores point, and then cash out on your own, so you don't have to go through the middleman? And in theory, you could also, since you're not going through the middleman, you don't have to pay them, you could also raise your payouts just for the users.
Right, and that's something that we talked about, of course, starting out and getting out the gate. And the AdSend Media parent company is largely representing a lot of our publishers. Many of them, again, are Beermoney publishers. And the first thing is we don't want to ever compete with them, and so we decided against that from the start. And then we had more conversations with these Beermoney site owners, app owners, and we realized there was a real need to find new ways to monetize, especially how the industry's been changing. And so it was a natural pick for us to start partnering with all of these sites and apps and receiving traffic from them. They are sending us their users that watch on our platform and then giving them a reward. And so, the biggest reason I guess we're not doing it ourselves is because we largely think the vision is in focusing on the platform itself, focusing on the content, focusing on the creators that we're going to bring on, focusing on fraud, making sure that we've got all the checks in place to keep everything nice and clean and tidy for our advertisers, focusing on the user experience. So really, really focusing on the exact product that we're building and allowing our partners to earn revenue and get get rewards from their users redeemed it. And they're sending us, of course, the value is there. If we didn't work with our partners, we wouldn't have traffic. And since we work with our partners, we get a lot of it, and we continue to grow our partnerships, and everybody's winning. When we thought about it too, we wanted to really grow the ecosystem and help everyone thrive in the space. And I think we've been doing that with Engage Me TV. We've seen, and S'mores TV, we've seen, at times that we've raised revenues for some Beermoney partners by, 4 or 5 times what it was just 2 years ago. And that's great for everyone. I think that's really great to take that type of stand. And moreover, as we continued to figure out what we really stand for, when we came out with S'mores, I think that's when we realized that it's not just that. It's also about creating a platform where S'mores points can be used for anything, whether that's redeeming for TV show content, or redeeming or donating to a creator you really like, or getting their merchandise. It's not just about GPT. I think at this point for us.
Okay, I think when I asked that the first time, you did say that. But since then, I do know you have done a few things. Like now you can sign up for S'mores TV and Engage Me TV, but then from there you link your accounts.
Right.
So it's useful in that functionality that you do have that sign up option. And of course now with S'mores TV you can subscribe to your favorite channels, which is a good thing. So that is a good thing. And it somehow I got this question because you do have an Engage Me TV app for Android, and you have an app on iOS, but it's kind of not functioning. Kind of. Is there also going to be a S'mores TV app and a fix for the iOS app?
Yeah. So on the Engage Me TV apps, pretty much ramping them down right now. Just didn't end up exactly as how we expected, to be honest. And then of course we ended up deciding to go more the S'mores routes. And so we do have the S'mores TV Android app in beta right now, as in, we're testing it internally, making sure it works. We're looking back at all of our notes from the past year of running the Engage Me TV app and making sure that the S'mores app is going to come out the gate, a lot stronger. There's still like some, complexities to it, but we feel pretty good about it. And it has a lot of the same functionality that Engage Me TV, that the S'mores website has, which is cool. So you'll be able to like, subscribe, share, engage, watch videos. There will be ads. We formed a lot more ad partnerships for S'mores specifically that we're excited about. And then, after that app, we also have a Fire TV app planned. I think after the Fire TV app, we might be looking at iOS.
That's really good. I like it when...
Yeah, and hopefully in the next few weeks we'll have the Android app out, and then a few weeks after that, Fire TV app.
I'm really excited for the Fire TV app because I have not quite yet used the Fire TV app for like anything. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. But for the mobile earnings, would you say that an app has maybe become less necessary because a lot of people have found that using the mobile site, you can still earn on mobile?
Yeah, so we do actually have a lot of people watching on the web, and we're aware of some issues that happen on mobile web, like there's random crashing, and that's something we're aware of and working to solve. There's just there's so many devices that everyone uses, and so it doesn't happen on every device. And we do feel confident we can get it, and we can make it a smooth experience just like we do on the desktop today for mobile web. So we're constantly improving that. And we're seeing the result is, there's more people that are watching on the web. The app is still interesting to us because people do ask for it, and because it offers, a deeper level of engagement potentially for users.
Yeah, I mean, I really like having the options. And I just thinking back to like sure, mobile web crashes. Do you remember? I'm sure you remember, but I remember when Engage Me TV first came out, it was like the most exciting thing. It still is exciting, but there were so many issues with it. It was not issues, but I guess there were issues. It would crash after a certain amount of time, and people were just refresh the page every 30 minutes, and it'll be just fine. I am impressed to see how far it has come in the last year and a half or year or 2 years even, because it's such a good platform right now.
Yeah, thank you. We work really hard to really take a look at the bugs that people send us. I know sometimes it can feel like someone's not looking at my specific bug, but literally at AdSend we try to escalate everything, and we try to look at it, and we don't always get it right. Sometimes these bugs can be what we consider edge case, meaning they don't happen very often, and when that's the case, it can take us a little while longer to find them. The second we do find them, we do try and fix them to keep that user experience as smooth as possible. We don't want people to feel like, okay, the page is going to crash in 5 minutes. I got to press the refresh button, and that's just life. That's terrible, right? You can't enjoy your content if you're wondering when it's going to crash next.
Absolutely. So earlier today, I got a message on Reddit from, I'm not going to say their name wrong this time, FJ Leon. They sent me a message. Can you ask them, okay, this is kind of funny actually. I mean, the question's great, but it's kind of funny. Can you ask them if they support or at least know if the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus works well with Engage Me or S'mores? I bought one, but the video keeps getting paused at random, even after tweaking Chromium.
Yeah, so good question. I am familiar with Raspberry Pi. I have never tried to play s'mores or ETV on it, so I'm not entirely sure how well it would work or not work. I do know that we don't technically support it, as in we haven't planned it in. But the user is welcome to, I guess, send us some logs from their use on Chromium, and we'd be happy to try and figure out if it's possible or not. I'm not sure if it will be because I'm not sure if the CPU can handle all of that video processing, but we'll see. And also has to work with some of the latest like browser events. We rely on a lot of the browser functionality uh, to deliver videos, to show them to you, to issue rewards, and really to bring the platform all together. That could definitely be another reason as to why it's creating issues on the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, I mean, I actually right last year, right before I went to school, I was gonna make a video about using Raspberry Pis just for these just for use of uh, these video sites like Engage Me TV, and it was not very well. I never edited or uploaded the video. I still have it, but it's yeah. I don't think I don't even know if you could possibly make it possible to work on a Raspberry Pi, because just loading the page can be a struggle. Even if you, I don't know. I mean, maybe someone who makes a crazy setup of multiple Raspberry Pis computing the same thing, if that's even possible, maybe it would be possible. But I'd say for FJ Leon, from my experience, I didn't use the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. I used an older one, so maybe that's better. But I did not get any success, and it sounds like since you're also getting videos paused, even after tweaking Chromium, I'd say probably not. But I mean, if there's a lot of demand for Raspberry Pi Engage Me TV, I mean, maybe you could submit it a suggestion. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And then the other consider is with the Raspberry Pi, is it going to be considered fraudulent? Some of the advertiser like the ad verification part, some of the thresholds can be can be weird with devices that are not typically used. And a Raspberry Pi would definitely be one of those devices that could get tripped up in something and just cause more issues. So we wouldn't necessarily recommend a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, that's what I was also wondering. Like, I'm pretty sure Raspberry Pis are not typical devices that people would use, because I mean they're cheap. It's kind of like, because obviously someone who tries to run like a virtual machine of like an Android device, now this is for like just about everything, that definitely is not allowed, right? Especially like for
Right.
Engage Me TV.
Yeah, that wouldn't be considered by us. Our ad partners would of course see that as fraudulent. Any kind of virtual environment is no good.
Okay, so I do want to move on to what today's episode is titled, which is the end of quarter discussion. Because I mean, we planned this. We planned this because we're gonna do this episode as close as we could to the end of the quarter, because it's around this time where just about everyone is gonna freak out because they're like, "Why is there no earnings?" And this is gonna be on July 1st. We have a couple days, but can you explain what it means for there to be an ad drought through the end of the quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the number one variable I think the most makes the sense is the fact that every quarter, every start of a new quarter, January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, October 1st, results in a lot of ad budgets ending. And a lot of this happens automatically, as in someone went into the system and set an end date for June 30th. And you've got a lot of that. You've got a lot of companies that have set an end date for June 30th. And so there's very few ads available on July 1st or any beginning of new quarter. And then it takes a little bit of time for those advertisers to decide, based on the previous performance, where should we put our budgets and how much should we do? And we need to ramp this up over the course of 3 months and figure out exactly how we're going to spend it. And so that's typically why, let's say, April was slower than May, is slower than June, because most of the advertising budgets actually end up in the last half of the quarter. So, you're for many users, you probably noticed as well that around May 15th, things really started to pick up, and it kind of sustains itself through June 30th. And now it's going to restart. And the good thing is we're going to quarter three. So July might be a little bit rougher because it is a summer month and a lot of people are on vacation. But once we get into August through the end of the year, it should really be going up, excluding, let's say, the first week of October or so.
So I feel like you might be able to answer this. What would you say, and I think I know the answer actually, but what would you say the most popular time of year is for, or the most active time of year for ads showing up, ad availability?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's once quarter three really kicks in. So I think right around Labor Day. Labor Day was really great every time we've seen it happen. And then really through the end of the year. Again, you get kind of a 1 or 2 week lull in October because it's restarting the quarter, but you really see strong performance all of those months.
So for people who use Engage Me TV and S'mores TV, and then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in a couple days when the quarter resets, is there any like advice you could have or any methods you could use to try and maximize your earnings while there's not very many ads available?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think this one is a little bit counterintuitive maybe, but I think at times when the quarter resets, so there's less rewards available, people might try something like opening up, multiple tabs, or let's say spinning up more devices. Basically, they try to increase their watch activity to make up for a decrease in the amount of rewards they're earning. And I would just recommend not doing that. And the reason why is because you're going to get banned by a third-party ad verification provider. And once that happens, it can take weeks. I mean, it could be days, it can take weeks, it can take months to roll off of their ban list. And until you do, it impacts. So it's better to keep watching the way that you do in July, or maybe you just take a few day break and enjoy your week off if you're in the U.S. And getting ready for July 4th. Than to try doing something that's going to end up getting you banned. So the best advice is really to do nothing different until you get, and then, sorry, not do nothing different. And then once you get past the hump of, let's say July 15th or so, things should start to improve and you won't be soft banned, so you'll be earning more.
Okay, that's really good. I mean, I guess I didn't expect there to really be anything that you could do other than just gotta go through it. Like, it's everyone's in the same boat. There's no ads. Well, there's not no ads, but there's less ads. Like, you make it loading times. You might get those
Right.
videos that no ad plays before, but you just gotta push through it.
Exactly. And also it depends, right? If you're, let's say every day or a few times, or let's say 5 or 6 times a week, you're more likely to feel impacted on July 1st than if you're somebody who just started on July 1st. Just because those advertisers may have already spent their budget on you or earlier. So there's definitely a limit in that sense too. And the more you watch, the less rewards you tend to earn when there's not a whole lot of ads around.
Okay, so end of the quarter. It's not always a good time, but I think we should try and wrap things up. But I do want to ask one last question, going back to S'mores TV, because I know you're currently, the push is currently to get fresh content creators, and I know you said you have more in line, but I do have a question. What do you typically look for in a new content creator? So, for example, if someone's watching this episode and they think that maybe they'd enjoy having their content featured on S'mores TV,
Correct.
what is your typical, this is perfect content for S'mores TV?
Yeah, so right now we're developing a lot of the internal actual guidelines through our beta partnerships. 20 that we're getting out there, we're calling beta creators, ones we're really going to be introducing heavily. And they're in different arenas. They're in different niches, like music or entertainment, comedy, satire, politics. We've got a few different types of creators that are interested in coming in. And so when we think about the type of content we're looking for, We're not being specific on the type of content. We want people to find what they enjoy. We don't want to limit or restrict it. Our number one restriction is just brand safety. And it's a concern of advertisers not to be next to content that, let's say, reflects a view that most people wouldn't agree with. Something like a heavy amount of violence, for example, wouldn't be good, or a lot of swearing wouldn't be good as well. So as long as it's brand safe, meaning you could show it to, let's say, a general audience at a restaurant, then it's probably okay, and we'd probably bring you on creator. And I wish I had more, defining criteria for creators, but we will have those out in a few weeks. Just know that we're not being restricted with creators outside of that safety.
Okay, that's really good. I mean, that definitely makes sense, especially the part with like I'm just thinking about back to like the YouTube adpocalypse. Definitely don't want that to be a thing that happens
Right.
with s'mores.
Right.
So, I mean, it sounds really great. If I ever got around to actually making content, I might send you a message.
Cool. Yeah. Love to have you.
But so that's really all the questions I have. I wish Ox was here. Damn internet.
Yeah,
Everyone's having
well,
the issues though.
it's too bad.
He's freaking out. Like he keeps sending me messages. He's like no, he's having
man.
issues. This is like his M-Turk day, and he lost out on a lot of that. So, if you have anything else to say, like maybe, I don't know, before we end this stream, because I know you have things to do. Do you have any last words? Anything you want to say?
Nothing generally. I just think, there's been like a lot of the past 2 years. I think that Beermoney is going to get better, and there's been kind of a transformation in advertising as a whole. It hasn't been specific to Beermoney that we're starting to come out of now. And as we come out of it, I think it's a really cool opportunity for advertisers to reward users for engaging, whether that's with video or signing up for free trials or whatever it might be. And the stopping point was really fraud and making sure they could stamp it out. Now that they're getting it into a significant amount of control, I'm really excited to see where the industry goes 2 years from now. I'm excited to see where we're going to take stores, and excited to have all of our partners and our users join us on the ride to making the industry better. I'm excited.
That's really, really good words. I'm really happy that you think Beermoney is going to get better, and I agree. Like it's definitely going to get better, and
yeah,
I'm excited to see where it goes as well.
Yeah, and it's all about expectations, right? If somebody wants 20 phone farm, that's not going to work. But that's the reason it's going to get better is that's largely the truth, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I know you have to be up early. Don't want to keep you too long. So thank you very much for joining me today and all of the people on Twitch and everyone who asked questions and in the Twitch chat. Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a great weekend and enjoy your evening.
You too. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. So that will be about it for today's episode. Just a couple announcements. First of all, I noticed Dunk Chosby, thank you so much for your Twitch Prime once again. I think that's a resub. Next week we don't have an episode. I think I made that clear. July 14th will be our next episode, and I don't want to I'm not going to spoil what we're going to. We have a lot of guests through the second half of the season. I think we have 7 episodes left. Maybe we have 8 left. I'm not sure. But before then, have a great 4th of July, everyone. I think this next week, I'm just going to stop using Reddit entirely. It's a challenge, but I'm taking a week off, rather. Probably. I don't know. That is it for this week's episode. if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching on YouTube. Let's just end this already. Have a great weekend, everyone.